I have no idea how I should start this video. So I believe that this video is going to be more of a retrospective and reflection rather than just me reacting to a video I made a year ago. And also heads up, there's not going to be that much B-roll in this video, just a lot of me talking. So a year ago to the day that you're watching this video, May 4th, aka Star Wars Day, I uploaded a video to YouTube called Strumming the Right Chord, My Life in Music. Now, in essence, it was just my senior thesis, right? And I should really think nothing of it rather than it was the culmination of all my 4 years of studying at school, right? Wrong. And honestly, the video that I made, it was really important to me. It's a part of my story that I'm still trying to write, you know? And do I think the work was perfect? Hell no! There's so much more that I want to do. I might eventually do an extended version of it. But I wanted to use this video to talk about what was going in my head before, during, and after the video was made. So consider this really the director's cut, if you will. So let's flash back to January 2022. It was my last semester of college in my final year, and all the seniors had to take a senior comprehensive course, whether it was in the semester before or that semester. And I took it in my final semester just to get it over with. But we had in the class we had the creative freedom to literally do whatever we wanted as a media student. We could have, you know, made a documentary, write a screenplay, or write an extension of one, podcast even, like podcast series, or you know, if you wanted to really do it, a 25-page paper. So I knew I wanted to do a documentary, and it's just a matter of what really it was. So I was very sort of I had writer's block, well, creator's block, whatever it is. I had writer's block on what I really wanted to do, and then at that moment I felt so stupid. I reached out to one of my friends, and he told me, not verbatim, dude, you're a musician, right? Like, make a video about your life in music. And at that moment I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do a video on music. So I knew exactly what I wanted to do. It's just now, so I have my idea, now it's just what I do with it. So we're in about early February here, really early February, and I knew I had my work cut out for me. Step 1 was done, I had my idea. Step 2 was to write a pitch. Basically it was just a 3 to 5 minute presentation on, you know, what do we want to do, why are we doing it, how are we going to go about doing it, and really any challenges that presented to us along the way. Now the next part, step 3, was the hardest part, a literature review. It was pretty much, well, not really literature review, it was more of a proposal. The first part of the proposal was a literature review, and that's pretty much, you know, just like looking through books, see what we wanted to do, and you know, how do we implement that literature into our presentation. Now honestly, like, putting together the literature review was the hard part, but luckily I went to Strand Books, they found a lot. The rest, I just bought on Amazon. So I have my literature review right here, which is essentially the proposal, and with notes that I've written a year later. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was just really hard to think about the video itself without making the video. But the harder part was writing the film treatment. It was pretty much, you know, what exactly is in the video before we actually wrote it. And you know, you had to write certain sections about the video, and also there was film budget, and then also a shooting schedule, which I feel like I really didn't look up to when I was making that video. But honestly, I got a good grade on it, I really can't complain. So I had those 3 part of it. The next part was the harder part, which literally was filming it. So now in terms of the timeline, we're in March, and I had to spend a majority of March trying to complete step 4, which was compiling and gathering as much footage as I can of me musically. And now step 5 was kind of hard. emailing and texting friends, family, and also teachers to see if they would be down to be interviewed for this project. And luckily for a lot of them, they said sure. Now step 6 was also hard, trying to find a location. Luckily I found this studio up here in Williamsburg to film my teachers, and some of my friends as well. So I had that cut out for me. Now step 7 was to get to the nitty-gritty part, the intro. So now we're on to step 7 of the video making process, and that part was filming the introduction for my video. And I was very inspired by John Mayer and how he was trying to promote his tour years ago, where he would just play his guitar alone, and like on the top the text would just show where he was and gonna perform and what date. So I decided to take that into my own consideration and do that, but just with a little bit more flair, where I just put myself acting a little bit because I had taken an acting course in college. So it was around that time as well where I was starting to get a little bit concerned that I wouldn't be getting the video done. But at that point I had enough footage from filming interviews and gathering as much footage that I could start editing the video and hopefully get it done as soon as possible. So originally the due date for it was April 27th, but luckily, thank you, by the way, Dr. Palmer, she gave us a week's extension, so May 4th was like the final day you could actually finish, submit, and present whatever you did in front of the entire class. So I had about 95% of it on April 27th, but by May 4th I had 98%. But May 3rd, sorry, I had May 3rd, 98%. So May 4th came. It was midnight May 4th, and I was 99% there. 4 a.m. came. I was done editing. I had to export it. 6:30 in the morning came. I was uploading it to YouTube. 7:30 in the morning, it was done. And then that same day, I had presented it, and after that, I had no sleep. So after hanging out with Aaron and Emmanuel for the rest of that night, I think I probably got the best sleep that I had in days, because I had stayed up. I had pretty much not fallen asleep for like 2 or 3 days, just finishing this video. Now, I don't want to say that I'm cramming it too. I wasn't cramming it. It was just me being, how do I call it? A loose perfectionist. And I was pretty content with the video. Can't really complain. So how did I really feel at 7:30 in the morning when the video was uploaded and I had submitted the link? I felt like there was like a stress lifted from me, because what I had worked on and what I had kind of crammed, and I'm not saying that I crammed really hard, I'm saying I kind of crammed it. I just felt like something just lifted from me. And like I said, I got so much better sleep the night I got home. And yeah, it just felt really uplifting to know that I did that. And honestly, I feel like I want to make like I said, I want to make an extended version of that video. So maybe it'll happen, I don't know when, but it'll happen, I promise you that. Now, this retrospective video, I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but if you guys want to see more of stuff like this, by all means comment in the comment section. There's a chance I'll do more like this eventually when I decide I have a story that I want to tell. But this is like my first story of many stories I want to tell. Thank you so much for watching. See ya. Now, to be honest, I forgot my liners. Like I said, English is hard.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a blooper reel at the end.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Alright.
Now, this video, it was really important to me. It really is important to me. No, was.
You wrote it. I can't tell you.
Was because it's retrospective. Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid.
You're the one getting mad.
Okay, shut up.
All right,
You're gonna make me laugh.
All right, fine. I'm good. I'm good. All right, here we go.
Okay.
You're doing this to yourself now.